We get Hey everybody, happy Sunday. We back again for the Legacy Builders team call that we do every Sunday. Well, we do it mostly every Sunday, unless it's like a main holiday. But we getting back in the flow of doing it every Sunday. Just to come share nuggets. We'll have some special guests. I'm lining up a special guest for next week so they can come share some of their insight, one of the top income earners in the company. And then, we also just pick different topics. I've been having a lot of questions about the comp plan, so I felt a great time for us to talk about some of those payouts would be, today. We'll talk a little bit about how you can run the system, how the numbers will work there, but then also a couple of different areas of the comp plan so you can always go back and rewatch it and learn a little bit. And then, of course, you got Coach Willie who's going to drop nuggets. So, Coach, did you want to drop some nuggets at the beginning? You want them at the end? How you want to do it, Coach?
Well, hey, I'm just here following your lead, brother, and
Okay.
it's just a pleasure. It's a pleasure seeing you guys' faces as always. Love the Partner Co family, and I'm excited. And I say that every week. I'm excited, but I'm always excited because not only that, I woke up this morning and I opened my eyes and God gave me vision. I put my foot on the ground and God allowed me to walk. I'm great, baby. I'm great. I got opportunities to get better today. And
Amen.
So I'll go at the end, man, and share kind of, crumple it up and share what at the end of if you don't mind. Because I think
that'll work.
We on the same page,
we're on the same page like always. We're on the same page. So
I'll go right after you'll see how it follows.
Okay, sound like a plan. So everybody, before I do go into the comp plan, just remember, we got events going on all around the country. Look, we got regular drop talks, body balance and drop talks. And so you got those events going on. There's a calendar. If you go to researchmoa.com/events, you will be able to see the events that's coming up in different areas. There may be some close to you, it may not be. But then also we got Super Saturdays popping up all over, really. I know Miss Liz and Veronica, they're driving right now, but they were just in Ripley, Mississippi. They were out there doing, at an event there. It was like a Super Sunday. So they got to learn, they got to hear other testimonies. They just got to be around some amazing people. But then also I know Samantha has one coming up, and Samantha and a lot of the leaders over in the Panhandle of Florida have one coming up on June 22nd. I'll actually be at that one. So it's just a lot going on. Then the big event of the year, PXP. Wow. PXP last year, matter of fact, I see Samantha on here and I see Coach. So before we go into the comp plan, Samantha, if you don't mind, and Coach, if you don't mind, just talk about what y'all experienced last year at PXP, and then I'll also share what I experienced. And we'll also show you how you can get those tickets and everything.
Yeah, so last year's PXP event was amazing. Like the marketing that they did, like when you're walking down the elevator and the escalator and you see all the banners and the partner co, and then they have the swag, and then everybody's taking pictures, and the community that you find just going to these events is almost like, I don't have the words for it because it's just so everybody just embraces you and takes you as you are, and everyone's so loving that, like, when you get people to these events, they really grasp what we're about because we are partner co and we're better together. So being able to feel that in person and to be over a course of 3 days at a beautiful place like Orlando, you couldn't ask for a better place to go. So get your people there, and it's gonna be great.
I mean, the camaraderie of the company, you got the owners right there. You're talking to them. You can hold them. I stopped there. I stopped and talked to one of them, and they're right there in flesh, real human beings, and you having a conversation with them. You're having a conversation with the Scots. They right there. You're having a conversation with the people that you see on the Zooms. The there's people you see that are some of the top earners in this country, in this company, and maybe even in the country. Exactly right, right.
Yeah.
And they're right there in real person. And so you could even have that conversation. Hey, what's one tip? You know, what's one advice you give, someone that's just starting out? So you're inviting a new person to this conference of P2P. It gives them all the confirmation that you're in the right place at the right time, going in the right direction with the right people, And it's people, Travis, that's on this call where he got started.
Oh yeah, Travis was there too. Travis, if you don't mind, Travis, I want to hear your experience. I want you to share your experience too. That was your first event.
Yeah, Travis it was his first event. He had joined a week before, I think it was. He tried, and I said, Travis, you got to get to Orlando. He was in Miami, and he's still here today. And he's not only here though; he's thriving in his company. He's doing excellent. And so that was some of the powerful things that I got from that. Just being able to talk to real people, and not the people that you think just got numbers. These are people, they're very humble, very down to earth. I think one of the more alarming things to me, and I'll say this and I'll stop talking, but I had a 17-year-old girl, after I got off stage, came up to me and asked me, what is one thing that I can do to get on the same path? She was 17. How many 17-year-olds are at a conference like that? Number one. Number two, that's going to ask someone a question like that. If she's asking that question at 17, imagine what she's going to be at 27. Oh, I was impressed. I was impressed by that young lady. And I have no doubt that one day I'll probably be seeing her on the stage. And I'll be coming to ask her, hey, remember me? I gave you a piece of advice. Now I need some. Right?
17 years old. Like
I have no doubt that's what's going to happen because of number one, the courage it takes to do that. Number two, the mindset that she must already have being there in that conference and have the gumption to walk up to someone she don't even know at 17 and ask the right questions. And man, come on. All right, shut up, Willie. Go ahead, Travis.
Good evening, everyone. This is Tina, Travis' wife.
Hey, Tina. Hey. Oh, Tina was there too. Oh, yeah. I would love to hear from you, Tina.
Yes. It was excellent. I really loved everything about it. Just the different products and just getting to know different faces and different people from all over the world. And, we still learning about more of the excellent products and stuff as well.
That's what I love about it. So everybody, if you haven't gotten your PXP ticket, I encourage you to grab one and be there with us because see, everything that you heard, whether it was the people that you get to meet. I mean, we literally got people coming in from all over the world for our PXP here in North America. But we also, if you want to talk about the energy level that was in that room, you could feel the energy. That was our first event as Partner.co. We probably had, I think, about 1,500 people there, and it won't ever be that small ever again. We already sold that out. That out when we did that in like 2 weeks. Like they had to expand the room. They had to call and get the bigger room. But then the belief. Now I know a lot. Some have been in network marketing before. Some have not. But I kid you not. Even if you've been in network marketing before, if you want to see the belief and you want to build that belief, get to this event. Because like Willie said, the owners are so approachable. They're not these people who are in the corporate staff where you don't really get to talk to them. The top leaders, they're having conversations with you. And I'll never forget, Coach, I was right there with you. Remember me, you, Ty, Roland, and a few others, and we sitting in the little room, and Darren Zobus walks by, he waves. I'm thinking like, oh, he's just going to wave and keep on going. No, he comes over and starts talking and has like a 15-minute conversation with us. And if you don't know who Darren Zobus is, he's one of the owners. And he literally pulled out his notepad. He pulled out his notepad and started taking notes of some of the things we were requesting. And some of those things that we requested have already been achieved since last year. So it's just pretty amazing that somebody who's the owner of the company would stop and have a 15-minute conversation, not just with the top earners, but with everybody that just was there. And it was just amazing just to be there.
Wait, can I say a quick story?
Okay.
So me and David were actually, I think it was day 2, we were coming down the escalator and we were like a little late, surprising. And I was wearing the PXP shirt with the X that says the future of partnership marketing. Well, as we were coming down the stairs, they were like walking like away from the venue, I guess. And they kind of like, we looked at them, they looked at us, we all kind of made that like awkward eye contact. And he was like, "Hey, I like your shirt." And it was just like the most like, my heart started racing. I was like, "These are the owners." And they're like, they actually stopped, acknowledged us, as people, said, "Hey," had a quick conversation, like, super down to earth. So approachable, and, taking advantage of, how close everybody is. You can learn so much from them.
That's what I love. I love it so much, you guys. I encourage you to get there. We do have some people on the team that have bought extra tickets. So before you buy it on the website, just get with me and I can definitely guide you in a couple of directions where you can get it for probably like $40, $50 cheaper, like almost like $40 cheaper if I'm not mistaken. So there's quite a few people who bought bulk tickets that still have some extras that you're more than welcome to, I'm pretty sure, to buy from them. That's on the team. So now we're gonna dive into this compensation plan, and now everybody's gonna be able to unmute and everything like that. It's being recorded, so let's just go ahead and we're gonna rock and roll this thing. Let me share my screen, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about it because a lot of the questions are coming up, and I know some people started off, selling online or sending a smart link or something like that. But let me just show you the system that if you learn the system and the numbers, really the numbers that go along with the system, it makes a lot of sense, everybody. So we're going to talk about this compensation plan at partner.co. For the ones who don't know, Partner.co compensation plan in 2023 was ranked the #1 compensation plan in the industry. Out of tens of thousands of companies in the industry, we were ranked #1. Our company pays back 51% of every dollar back to the field just for sharing and talking about this amazing product. So just like everybody knows, because everybody on here is already in the organization, it costs $29.95 to get started. And if you are a customer and you're watching this, just, you're thinking about it, just know that when you pay $29.95, you have started your global virtual franchise. Now, first things first, in order for you to get to stay commission qualified, you will need at least 100 points every 4 weeks. Every 4th Saturday, you need 100 points or $150. That's without the tax, without the shipping of product ordered or sold. Because some people have customers that come on, and if they're in the same week and they're buying in the same week as your subscription, it will calculate. It will be the same thing. That will get you the weekly paycheck. That will get you the 30% discount. That will also get you the loyalty shopping, which I don't know if anybody has paid attention to loyalty shopping. I believe this month we have Elite on loyalty, and I forgot what the other product was. If somebody does remember it, though, I'll pull it up at the end while Coach Willie going. If not, but also that's how you keep all your reward points too. So with you having 100 points, your lifestyle reward points is what's going to allow you to go on the trips. I don't know who likes free trips or who doesn't like free trips. I know I do. I love free trips. And the company literally gives you a free trip for just building your business. You build your business, you get these lifestyle points, dollars, and then you get to use those on the trips. And there's no contract. You can always change it. That's why I had different products on there, everybody. So this is actually out of order. So I'm going to go here. I want to remind everybody on the direct deposit, because we did have a couple of people. We thought we had everything set up, but it's all right. It slipped my mind, and I forgot I'll take all the blame. I forgot to tell people this. But when you go to your back office, go to your back office, you click on the 3 lines in the top left, you're going to go look for the My Money tab. And when you see the My Money tab, you click on it, it's going to bring up these options: business rewards, commission summary, 1099, volume, and partner.co-pay. You're going to click on partner.co-pay. It's going to pop up like this. So when you hit direct deposit, you'll be able to, add your information, your bank account information, your routing number, everything like that. But then also what you need to do is where it says percentage, make sure you put 100% by your direct deposit. And then you're not done yet. You want to scroll down. You're gonna hit save. You definitely got to hit save. If not, nothing's gonna save. You might have to end up hitting save twice. That was one of the things they had. But so now let's talk about the numbers on the drops, everybody, because I know a lot of people are running the system where you're posting at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. I encourage you, if you aren't posting at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. to do it. Why? Because it works. You want to know how I know those pictures and all those work? Because I just did 28 days, and I was doing a training with Miss Kelly, and I didn't even calculate how much I had made, but Miss Kelly, she was like, yeah. She's like, Anthony, you sold that many boxes? Well, you just made. Miss Kelly, are you on here, Miss Kelly? I believe Miss Kelly.
Yes, I'm here.
Miss Kelly,
I was muted. Hi, everybody.
We were doing that training, and I told you how many boxes I had sold just doing the 28-day challenge, y'all. I didn't add nothing else. I just did 28 days. Now, Miss Kelly,
Yes.
how much did it come out to?
$9,000, y'all.
So the question is, a lot of people
$9,000.
in 28 days.
Yeah.
So I tell people that because I'm not going to ask you to do nothing I wouldn't do. I know it works. I heard Brent Palmer say I done went through it about 3 times, and every time I do it, I make some sales. And I was like, all right, you know what? Coach said he gonna do it. He did it 3 times. I'm about to do it. And I kid you not, the drop sales was there. They came. They really started happening. I don't know what it was, but people just started hitting me up. I was doing getting started trainings with Miss Kelly this day, and a lady just, what's your Cash App? I need to send you the money for the drops. I'm like, oh, okay. And next thing you know, a minute later, she did it. I was like, wow, it works. So it works, everybody. So when I say it works, it's because of how, and then this is the numbers. I want everybody to see the numbers. So when you get a 4-pack of drops, whether you pre-sell it or you buy it up front, it's going to cost you $371 plus shipping plus tax. Depending on your state, it all depends on how much you pay on that part. But what we're going to do is I want everybody to at least be selling their boxes of drops for at least $150. So don't go no lower than $150. Reason why is because the retail price is $176. Well, you're going to sell it for at least $150 or $160, whichever one you choose. And if you do that, if you sell all 4 boxes of drops, let's say you don't even keep one, you're going to turn around and make around $600 back. Well, each box, if you divide 371 by 4, costs you only $92.75. Again, that's not including the tax and that's not including the shipping. So your profit is going to be around $57. Well, that means your total profit with the whole 4-pack sold is $229, approximately, not including the tax and shipping. So they'll probably knock it down just a tad bit, but around $200. Well, and then if you do a 10-pack, so yes, again, a person can go on your website and purchase a box of drops. They can. The company, you'll see here in just a second, they will pay you the difference of the retail to your price. Don't worry, they will do that. But in the long run, you're missing out on money because look at it here. You get a 10-pack of drops, or you pre-sell a 10-pack of drops, you're going to turn around and make $1,500 there. It only costs you $879.95 plus shipping plus tax. Each box here is going to cost you around $88. Your profit here is $62 a profit a box. That means on your 10-pack, every 10-pack that you go through, you're making over $600. So my personal goal, everybody, is I want to post 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. I personally want to try to go through at least one 10-pack a week, because I know if I go through one a week, I at least made $600 profit without even worrying about what I got from the company. Now, your goal may be 2 of these a week. Okay, well, now you're looking at over $1,000. So if you do 2 of these a week, now you just made over $1,000 in a week. That means if you did that every week for a month, you just made $4,000 in a month. I don't think nobody's complaining about making an extra $4,000 a month. But if you post at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m., people will start coming to you. I promise you, they will. So let's talk about the different ways to get paid. So not only do you get the upfront money when you're doing the drops. So now let's talk a little bit about the compensation plan. I'm going to talk about retail profits. I'm going to talk about new volume bonus. I'm going to talk about base commissions. And I'm going to talk about the savings bonus and matching bonus. Now, the rest of the bonuses we'll talk about on another call, but let's just go to it. So first things first, you want to achieve your business level of ultimate. You want to achieve the business level of ultimate. It is 1,500 points that either you purchase or you have customers that purchase off your website. You want to know my easiest way to tell people to get to ultimate? Post at 9 a.m., post at 3 p.m., and get the drops coming in where you buying it in bulk, where you buying 4-packs and 10-packs. Why? Because I know when you buy a 4-pack, that is 208 points every time. I know when you buy a 10-pack, that is 500 points every time. Well, if you go through 10-packs in a month, guess what just happened? You just hit ultimate. You know the fastest way to get to 10-packs? Post at 9 a.m., post at 3 p.m. Because I promise you, your friends, your family are watching. So they may not message you on Facebook, but they may see you at the grocery store. They may see you at church. They may see you at the ball field with your kids. They're going to see you and they're paying attention. So now let's go and let's talk about the different ways to get paid. But before I do that, I did want to have this kind of open-ended with the team and let y'all know that y'all can unmute and ask any questions, or if you feel more comfortable putting it in the chat, you could do that as well. But does anybody have any questions on new volume bonus? Anybody have any questions there before I go to the ways to get paid? Okay. I mean your business level, not new volume bonus, your business level. So, okay, let's talk about the first two, the upfront income. So this is how
I'm sorry, I do have a question. The business level, do you have a certain period of time that you have to do that? Because I know my timer said something weird, and I was just trying to figure out what that meant.
So you get 28 days that the website will do it, and you get 60 days where we call it in, and then it's all up to the company if they make an exception of any kind after that. But you know, they work with us. They're not like that type of company that say, hey, we're never going to let you be ultimate. You know what I mean? Pretty sure if you get the 1,500 points, they will allow you to upgrade that. But you get 28 days by the system. 60 days we can call it in, and then after that, of course, it's up to them to make the exception, but they're very lenient. You know, there have to be somebody that's an officer or above, and we'll probably have to call it in for you. But, you know, but yeah. But I encourage everybody to get there as soon as possible, because as you can see, your new volume bonus, which I'm going to explain here in just a second, doubles up. Like you pretty much every time you sign up a new brand partner, it pretty much doubles that money. Like, so you go from 15% to 30%. I'm going to be totally honest. I started with one of our brands, and you didn't make 30% upfront income until you made a 6-figure income mark. And here at this company, we got people that do it on day one by just ordering 3 10-packs and saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get in the game and get it started. And when you do 3 10-packs, well, you know, when you go through those 3, that's $1,800 back in your pocket.
Right.
A little over $1,800. So, you know, it's just something to really think about there. But I hope that answered your question.
It did.
Okay. So any other questions on this part? And we're going to go Okay, we'll go over here to retail profits, everybody. So this is when retail profits works like this. Whenever somebody buys something off your website, let's say you made a post on Instagram or TikTok and you just kind of had your link out there and somebody go in there and buy. You don't use the promo code either. If you use the promo code, you're going to deduct some of this money down. But let's say you don't use a promo code. We're going to use the Box of Renew, for example. Our price on the Box of Renew for somebody that's qualified is $99.95. The retail price of this product is $143. The company is going to ship that product to that person. They're going to pay you the difference. It's just like that. Whatever product it may be, they'll pay you the difference. So, for example, if you did a box of drops, I believe it's $176. Well, a box of drops for a box of drops from our price is $122.95 if we bought one box. So we would make that difference, which would be about, what is that? 176 minus 122.95. Let's see. We'll make $53. But do you already see how if you sold it at a 10-pack, how you just made more money, or you did a 4-pack, you made more money back? You end up losing money every time by just having them order off the website. But it's still okay. Sometimes I got people who just refuse to use Cash App and all of that. But hey, it's all right. But I always push to get them to send me Cash App or Zelle, me personally. So that's the retail profits. So now we're going to talk about new volume bonus. And new volume bonus works like this. Every time that you sign up a customer or a brand partner, well, based off of where you at, activated, business, elite, ultimate, that'll be the percentage of what you get back. So let's say, for example, somebody ordered 2 bottles of Noni and the drops off the website, and they did the $29.95 and became a brand partner. Well, that's 100 PV. So because I'm ultimate, I'm going to get 30% back. I'm going to get paid 30%, not back. I'm going to get paid 30% of that, which is $30. Just that simple, just like that. If they do a 500 point pack, well, what is that for you? That's $150. Think about it like this. If your goal was everybody you brought in, you made it an obligation to help them get to ultimate. Well, every time you help somebody get to ultimate, $450 that if you personally enroll them. And this works for everybody you personally enroll. So if you personally enroll them, you can get all the way till they get to ultimate. So you can make $450 for everybody you personally enroll. And it gets real good once you get to ultimate too. And that's another training, because I'm gonna dive into that a little bit next week as well, to show you how to place those extra orders up underneath somebody. And when you do that, now you're starting to get paid. Coach Willie know about it. He's dynamite at it. I know Miss Liz is on here. She does it too. Like Miss Liz hit ultimate a long time ago. I think she's on like her 13th or 14th 10-pack. And that means after the first 3 that she did, the rest of those she put under somebody else, where she turned around and got paid back from the compensation plan as well. So that's something I'm gonna teach y'all. So don't worry about that. We will go over that next week. And then let's talk about the residual income part, the base commissions. Well, first, before I do that, did anybody have any questions on new volume bonus? Anybody have any questions on new volume bonus before I go to base commissions? Okay, well, we're gonna ride on over to base commissions, which can be a little confusing if you're looking at it, but just hear me out here. This is what I love the most about this company, because in our company, it's not just a binary. It's not just, you can build 2 legs, but you can also go as wide as you want. You can also have 1 leg and still get paid here as well, based off another way that we have that we get paid in. But let's say in base pay, you're going to get paid on all the legs but the largest. In this way of pay, when you go to your back office and you click on my money, and then you go to volume, you will see lines. you will see different lines that that you can what's the name? Matter of fact, I'll show y'all an example here. I'll log into my brother's account and show y'all how that looks. But so in this example right here is 4,800 points in one line. Let's say we had two lines. The second line has 4,000 points. That means our power leg or power line, whichever one you want to call it, PV had 4,800 PV. Our second line had 4,000 PV. Well, that means our pay line is the second one. That means we're going to get paid 15% of that volume in this way of pay. That if the week ended, that you would get paid $600 the following week. If you had three lines growing, which three lines is not bad to build. Definitely if you're going out here and you're running the system and you're bringing people in. But let's say you had another line that did 2,000. Well, you would get paid as well 15% of that line. So if the week ended, you would make $900 in this example. So my question for everybody, does anybody have any questions about base pay? Y'all don't hesitate to unmute and ask anything about this way of pay. And now, don't get me wrong, you still get paid in your power line, definitely if you have people that you personally sponsor. So if you personally sponsor people, no matter where you put them, you'll still get paid from them once they start building as well. But we all need a power line, and you get paid 15% on each of the lesser legs, whether it be 2 or whether down the line you have 10. Like, the lady in China, our top income earner, has 12 lines, and 11 of them are optimized. And so in base pay, you can get paid all the way up to $2,000 per line. And so she got 11 of them. So in her week pay, in base commissions alone, she makes $22,000. That ain't include matching check. That ain't include no bonuses. That's not including no new volume bonus. That's not including retail sales. That's not including none of that. That all includes just off of this way of pay. And her matching check is pretty serious. Okay, go ahead.
I got a question. So you're saying that this base pay just come from us getting people enrolled as partners and them getting their own volume?
Yeah. So after a person hits ultimate, their volume now rolls into new volume. It rolls into base commissions. So after they hit 1,500, everything then starts rolling into base commissions, base pay. Also, every time they sign somebody up, it goes into base commissions. So it goes into base commissions there. Did that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay.
I had a question.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Kelly. And I believe Amber Nation also had one as well.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut her off.
Oh, it's okay. Go ahead. Y'all both go ahead.
Okay,
No,
I'm
you
like
fine,
you.
Mama Kelly. I was just gonna ask, so say for instance, if our business isn't necessarily activated yet, but we bring on a team member who decides to come in and do the 3 10-pack and hit ultimate, will we have to wait until our business is activated first to receive that payout, or is it because they're under us, then we would get that payout?
So the volume will be there. The volume will stay there. Now, so in order to earn commissions, you at least have to get to 200 points. You at least got to get there. You at least got to get to 200 points of yourself. And then if they get to see in our company, this is another great thing I love about this compensation plan. Because when I first got in, I'll never forget, one of the first people I signed up came in and he knew everybody. He blew it up. And it took me forever to catch up. And for a long time, I really didn't kind of get paid. But I just stayed positive. Here, if you sign up, and let's just say you signed up Mama Kelly, and Mama Kelly, you activated, you at least got 4 boxes of drops, you activated your business, and Mama Kelly came in here and went to ultimate, or she bought, let's just say her first day, she bought an ultimate pack, or she went through 3 10-packs in a week, in 1 week. The company is not going to not reward you for not being ultimate. Do you know they'll still pay? The compensation plan will pay you as an ultimate. Yeah, you
Wow.
heard me right. It will pay you as that level. If it all happened in 1 week. So if it all happened in 1 week, it would pay you like that. It would pay you 30% automatically. Just because you signed up an ultimate in a week, pretty much it's like you signed up an ultimate in a week. She did 3 10-packs in a week. So, or if she did them first day or whatever it may be, but it would pay you like that. Miss Kelly, you had a question. Did that answer your question, Emanation?
Yes, that did.
Okay.
That's a good question. Thank you, Nay. Question on the power leg. What constitutes the power leg? Is it the first leg or?
No, it don't matter. It's whichever leg has the most volume.
That makes the power leg.
That makes the power leg. So whichever one has the most volume, when you go to your back office and you hit my money, and then you go to volume. This is my favorite place to go because this is how I check everything. This is just whenever I go here and I look at it, it's gonna be red. The power line's gonna be red. Definitely, if you're looking at it on the computer, it's gonna be red. It's gonna show you power line. And matter of fact, let me do this. I'll show you an example. So let me log into my brother's account. Oops, I can't even see it. Oh, there you go. So let me just show y'all an example. So if I was coming in here and I'm looking at somebody's back office, I'm logged in, I go to back office. Let's go look. We're gonna go to my money. So when I come in here in his back office, I'm looking at his power line. I'm looking at volume. Again, I went to 3 lines. I hit my money. I hit volume. And now you get to see. This is a good example because he has 3 lines. So looking at the 3 lines, I'm looking at his line 1 is his power line.
Mm-hmm.
And I know who his power line is. I mean, he's an amazing leader. So I already know who he is. And a lot of y'all kind of just met the guy. You're going to hear from him in just a second. But that's line 1. That's my line 1 for my brother. And then, but also I know where everything else is as well. But as you can see, it'll show you power line is in red. It got the P right here. It's showing that his volume for right now is showing 11,000 on that power line, 829. And you got 2 other lines, which is his pay line. So if the week ended, he will make estimated payout. This ain't cool. No other way of getting paid would be just the $44 there and the $15 there on that second line, because he's gonna get 15% of both lines. So 15% of $294, $44.10, and 15% of that 100 is $15. And you can always click right here to see what like last week I could see where he was gonna get paid, where he got paid the week before. Dang, he got that much the week before. My brother need to let me hold some money. I'm doing. Oh man, I'm letting him. I'm building. No, I love my brother. He's blind, everybody. So I love getting him some money. Now he can order whatever he wants on Amazon, whatever he wants to do. He can order anything. I don't care what he wants. He really just buy a lot of products. He always talking about, I'm about to buy some more Blue Frog. I'm gonna buy this. I'm like, hey, you buy whatever you want with your money. So, but as you can see, this was last week, and he made about 260, about 269. It looked like if I did my calculation right, we're around 269. So, and you can go back as many weeks as you want. But did that help answer your question there, Miss Kelly?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
So placing, that might be a whole nother call that I'm bringing up, but so in placing, somebody said buy them Blue Frogs. Do we have, is it best to alternate, like one here, one here, one here?
Yeah. So that great question. That is an amazing question, Miss Kelly.
Man.
And this is what I do. So I know the lines can flip at any given moment. But when I'm looking at it like this, I know that this line is actually kind of out there for right now. But any given day, line 2 or line 3 that he got could just come in, and next thing you know, they got 100 brand partners come in, like the team in Nigeria did. They came in, and in 1 week they had brought in like 150 people, almost 200 people in like a week. and 200 PV per thing. So it passed up. It passed up my other lines at one point. So I know that can happen. So the great thing is when it does happen, that's where you go and sponsor. So for me, if I was looking at my brother's business, I will put people, brand new people, in line 2 and 3 because why? That's where that's my pay lines, and I need to get those going too.
Right.
Only way I would put some in my power line if one, they live like in the same town as somebody else that I'm building with. Like if they literally like, I know Coach Willie is in Evergreen, Alabama, right, Coach?
Enterprise, Alabama.
Enterprise, Alabama. I'm sorry, I knew it started with the E. So he's in Enterprise. But let's just say somebody reached out to me on Facebook and wanted to join, and I got them signed up. To me, it makes more sense for me put them with Coach Willie because I have to go put them in my power line. But see, again, that's where you'll start getting that matching check too, because once you start, if you personally sponsor into that power line, that matching check, which I'm gonna talk about in a little bit, is actually going to it'll pay you still. But yeah, for me, I definitely, if you're brand new on here, I would say just go 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, which is depending on you. If you want to build 3 lines or 2 lines, I don't think you can go wrong with either one. As you can see, it doesn't matter. If you build 2, you're gonna alternate that way. If you build 3, you just alternate between the 3. I say don't start with, don't do more than 3 unless you bring it in like 100, 200 people like real quick, but I say just do 3, 1, 1, 1. So as you're starting to convert them over, and that's the great thing about the system, you can convert people over like Miss Liz. Miss Liz didn't come in recruiting people. Miss Liz came in, posted at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. And then as people was getting results and they wanted to order second boxes, she was plugging into the IPA call. I encourage everybody to jump on the IPA call. You don't even have to talk. Miss Liz don't talk ever on the IPA call, but you always see her in her car delivering mail just with her headphones in. And she just delivering mail listening. But she had heard people talk about how they were converting, and she went and did the same thing. Next thing you know, Miss Liz like, hey, can you make me a link for a 4-pack? Hey, can you make me a link for a 4-pack? She's like, yeah, the lady was on 1 box and now she wants to convert. And I'm like, wow. She got people buying 4-packs. They're converting over because they know but she learned that from the IPA call. So the IPA call is Monday through Friday at 9:15 a.m. Central, 10:15 a.m. Eastern. Every day, Monday through Friday. And if somebody can put that link in or put that Zoom ID in the chat for me. But it's an amazing call. Matter of fact, I've been doing this 12 years. It is the best call I've ever been a part of in my 12 years in this industry. But any questions on base pay before we get into my favorite way? Well, possibly my 2 favorite ways to get paid because I know what it could do for people. But great questions, everybody. So now let's talk about some of the bonuses. We'll come back to the bigger bonuses a little bit later. What kind of running shoes? Oh man, hey Coach, I got me some Nike shoes on. I'm running. I'm full steam. Ask Miss Kelly. Miss Kelly has gotten me on so many getting started Zooms this weekend. I'm just running. I'm nonstop. If it gets scheduled out, I'm doing it. So let's talk about base pay. Matching check, everybody. This is by far my favorite way of getting paid. And the reason why is because I go back to what I told y'all a few minutes ago. I remember signing somebody up. They came in, they blew it up. I'm happy for them. That's my friend. But in that compensation plan I was in, when they passed me up, I wasn't getting paid the most I could get paid because they passed me up. Here in this company, in partner.co with our compensation plan, if you personally sponsor somebody, it does not matter where you place them at. They are directly tied to you for matching check. Now, wherever you place them at, that person doesn't get matching check because you personally sponsor them. But then get this, everybody that they sign up is also tied to you. That'll be your second generation. Everybody below that, third, fourth, fifth, all the way up to 7 generations. So I'll give you an example. So Miss Liz got signed up by her cousin, Michelle, which I personally enrolled Michelle. I put Miss Liz and them about 50, 51 levels deep in one of my lines because that's where I was building. I was building 3 lines. And so I just put it way down there. I put it way down in one of my lines, because I was going, and well, Michelle and Miss Liz, Michelle is first generation. Miss Liz is second generation matching check. And everybody Miss Liz signed up, which she's almost at 20 new brand partners in a month, which is pretty awesome. If y'all can, give her hand claps, give her some love in the chats, because 20 converting 20, and she didn't go out here and recruit. She just converted 20, like almost 20 people. Like she got them on the drops first and then converted them. And how she do that? She just followed the system. And she plugged in and learned some tips and utilized those. But match and check works like this. If I signed up Coach Willie, and Coach Willie goes out here, he makes $1,000 in a week in base pay. Let's say in base pay, he makes $1,000. Well, I signed him up. The company gonna pay Coach Willie his $1,000, and I'm gonna turn around. The company's gonna match that for me of a 15%, which would be $150. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm like, wow, Coach Willie just made $1,000, and this way, and Coach Willie can be in my power line. Coach Willie could be in my pay line. Coach Willie could be 100 levels deep. Coach Willie could be anywhere in my organization, and I would get that. So, but also second generation works the same way. I know he signed up Travis, so I'm gonna use Travis and Tina as an example. Let's say Travis and Tina also made $1,000 in a week in base pay. That same week, boom, both of them made $1,000 in base pay. The company is gonna pay Coach Willie his $1,000. They're gonna pay Travis and Tina their $1,000. They're gonna pay Coach Willie $150 match check. And because that's second generation to me, I will get 10% match as well for what Travis does. And get this, y'all, there is no cap on this. So if your friend that you personally sponsor goes out there and makes over $1 million in base commissions throughout the year, you will make $150,000 matching check in that year as well. It's just that simple. There's there's no break. There's no cap on this, and it don't matter how many people you sponsor. So if you go out here and you sponsor 100 people or you sponsor 1,000 people, guess what? All 1,000 of those people are tied to you, no matter where you place them. All the volume will roll up to help everybody hit titles and different things like that. But hey, it's all match and check. So anybody have any questions about match and check? I'm gonna talk about the last one. Then, I know Coach Willie got some golden nuggets for y'all to end off with. Anybody have any questions about matching check? Well, I will say this also. The first 3 generations is unlocked when you hit gold status. The first 3. When you hit gold status and ultimate, so when you hit ultimate, you also hit gold status. Or if you enroll 4 brand partners at 200 PV, you also hit ultimate and gold status. Those unlock the first 3 generations. The next ones you have to achieve. To get the 4th generation, you need to make, if I'm not mistaken, you need to make $250 in base commissions. To get the 5th, you need to make $500, and then so on and so forth. But this is also a compensation plan overview in your partner.co share out. Okay, it doesn't look like we have any questions on the matching check. So then let's talk about my other favorite way of getting paid. See, I started off with a company, and our company had this BMW program. And it was great because who wouldn't want to drive around in the BMW, if you qualify for it. But one of the things I also learned was if you didn't maintain that level, you had to pay the car note. And I had several people who achieved that, but then couldn't maintain it. So then next thing you know, they're stuck with a bill. So our company doesn't do a car program or anything like that. Our company has what we call a savings bonus. So here at partner.co, every time that you make $250 in base commissions, at least. So y'all just remember, I just showed you my brother's account where he just made like $200 and something like $270 something last week or whatever. He got a 15% match into a savings bonus. In your back office, every time you do it, there's a little savings wheel and it just moves. So it doesn't matter if you do that in a year or if it takes you 5 years. Whenever you hit it, the company is going to cut you a $10,000 check. It is that simple. It is that simple. And then after that, they're going to still pay you up to $2,000, up to $500 a week, up to $2,000 monthly. So even if you wanted a car program, that could be your car program. I mean, I don't really know what car you can't buy with a $2,000 budget on a monthly basis. So that's actually what a lot of people over that they do over in California. I know a lot of people who have done that. So with that being said, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to pass it to the one and only Coach Willie Fells. I'm now everybody. If you aren't following Coach Willie on social media, I encourage you to do that. He's full of wisdom. He has great knowledge. He's been in this industry a while, just like I have. He's had ups, he's had downs, but we in this thing for the long haul. I know, Coach. We talk quite often, and hey, I'm excited being with you, my brother, and the floor is yours.
Awesome, thank you, man. What great content. I mean, seeing those numbers, don't it make you excited? It has to get you excited. I tell you what, put a number 7 in the box if that made you excited, if that got you excited. 7 is a biblical number, as we know. And 7 also is a great number to multiply with. I don't know about multiplying by ones, unless you're in the Terrence Howard system, but math system. But if I'm multiplying by 7, boy, those numbers get big fast. And I believe God is in the numbers of multiplying, not addition. All right. What a great presentation, Anthony. Thank you, man. I mean, when it comes down to it, guys, when you look at what we're doing here, we look at what Partner Co is doing and what we have now at our hands, when you look at the comp plan, you look at the boards and the slenderized system of growth, guys, we got a playbook. We got a playbook to be successful. Tell me this, how many of you played any type of sport in high school that required a playbook? All of them require a playbook. Well, I don't know if esports has a playbook. Put a 1 in the box if you played a sport that required a playbook. Well, I won't say that you require a playbook because if coach just sharing information with you, that may be the playbook. He may have a verbal playbook. All right. Now, what's the first part of when you get a playbook? It seems overwhelming, don't it? It seems like there's so much in there, so much content. It seems like, what is all this stuff? It don't make sense. My mind is bogged. My mind's frozen. I can't put together everything. And what does coach say first day on your playbook? Don't worry don't turn to the other pages. Just stay on page 1. That's what he tells you. Why? Because you got to take one step at a time. You got to get to one page at a time. You got to learn the playbook piece by piece. And what Partner Co and slenderized system of growth has, we got a playbook that's already there for you. And that you can sit there and you go step by step. You can literally copy and paste this playbook. I ain't seen a playbook this good because if you can't get on a basketball court and copy and paste, you can't get on the football field and copy and paste. Partner Co, you can copy and paste the first step of your playbook. But I want to go a little deeper. I'm going to go a little deeper here, and I ain't going to keep you long. It's set, man, we got 7:59 already. So, and I'm getting excited. You saw I kind of set up right there. I got a little excited. I get a little perky. But I'm going to get to it here in just what I'm talking about. And what are coaches talking about in this playbook? I want you to understand this. A playbook is also a vision. A playbook is somebody's vision in paper. The Bible says that a country without a vision, or a place without a vision, and I'm paraphrasing, shall perish. Shall perish. We have a playbook. We have a vision. And we have this playbook in this vision of our company leaders, the vision of our owners on paper. That is their vision on paper, our playbook. And then now, what it takes to further that playbook, once you start to learn the first place, if you're studying your playbook, what it takes to start, once you start learning that playbook, is building a relationship with that playbook. How many of you have a relationship with the playbook? How many have a relationship with the slenderized growth? And it means you stick to those steps of the slenderized growth. You don't go outside of it. We don't talk too much about it. We're on the morning calls. We're in the system. We're operating this playbook to the T. And the only way you can operate that playbook to the T, you got to have a relationship with that playbook. When we look at the Bible, and I won't get too deep into Christian, but I use the Bible to speak to elite level mindsets. But the Bible is just God's vision on paper for us. But the Bible means nothing if we don't have a relationship with. What's your relationship with Partner Co? To execute your playbook to the highest level. Because when you build a relationship with that playbook, then I learn how to improvise. I learn how to teach the playbook. They say you don't know something unless you can teach it. Can you teach the playbook? So if I can't teach the playbook, then I have to make sure that I'm getting back in my playbook, go back to step one. And I'm going to read it all over again. Go back to Genesis. Go back to the beginning. And I need to learn this playbook. Not learn this playbook and I can regurgitate it, but learn this playbook that I'm able to teach it. Because I don't know something if I can't teach it. Now, all of us have different talent levels and skills. I understand. I have the gift of gab. I can talk, man. I can talk all day. And it'll take me a lot to learn how to, I can put something together real fast. And God's giving me that talent. And God's giving everybody different talents. Some people have the gift of sales. Some people have the gift of relationship. Some people have the gift of getting people to believe in. We all have our different talents and skills. But guess what? In this playbook, there's plays ran for every single one of them. See, oftentimes when you play for the Chicago Bulls and you had Michael Jordan on the team, 90% of the plays was designed for who? Michael Jordan. And about every one now and then, they had a play designed for Scottie Pippen or maybe for Steve Kerr. But Michael Jordan knew the playbook so well that he could improvise because he knew where everybody else was going to be. He could teach them the playbook. He could teach them in the playbook. But we understood that Michael Jordan was the playbook. Where are you on your playbook? And then as you build the team, can you teach and you know exactly where they're at, that you can step in and help them on their calls, their new beginners, getting someone else started and helping them reach levels that they're looking for. So what's your talent and skill? And then executing the playbook. It's hard to be on a team if it's hard to execute a playbook. Success doesn't come without being able to execute a playbook. The playbook of life, the playbook of in your home, the playbook at work, the playbook with Partner Co. If you don't execute at a high level, it's hard. It can be difficult. And I'm going to close in saying this. They call me coach, obviously, because I've been coaching for a long time. I've been in the coaching in some sports all my life. And every coach understands this. And this is the key right here. That in any playbook you build, any team you begin to build, it's going to be at least 3 years for you to see the results of that work. You see, some think that they can execute a play in 30 days. Some want to execute a playbook in 90 days. But are you willing to stay in that playbook and execute for 3 years? Because we believe that it takes at least 10,000 reps of anything to be a master. And every coach knows that in year 3 of that playbook, my talent and skill level is going to be at a high. I'm able to execute. I'm able to see different people and how they fit into the playbook. And I'm able to adjust the playbook and make it fit for them. Now I'm able to design plays for them. Now I may not have to start that person off with stage 1. I can maybe increment a little bit of stage 2 into stage 1 because they're fast moving. Now I understand the playbook to the level that I already know where everybody at is on my power leg and on my pay legs, and I know exactly where this person's going to fit because I know who's in each leg by name, by number. I'm in a text thread with all of them. I know their kids. I know everything about them. I'm executing the playbook. But most people can't make it to year 3. to see the results of their fruit. Imagine if you saw, I know you see it a little bit now, but imagine if you seen a coach jumping from one team to the next team. Next year, he's at another team. By year 4, he had another team. 5, he had another team. You gonna look at him and say, this guy ain't gonna never win, because I don't know how the guys learn the playbook, because you know that it's gonna take some time. You know that it's gonna take some dedication. You know it's gonna take some consistency over a period of time. This playbook ain't no different. And boy, year 3, you hitting shots with your eyes closed. Year 3, you throwing touchdowns like you Joe Montana. Year 3, they calling you Tom Brady a partner coach. Year 3, you're standing on the stage at PXP, executing and showing others how to run the same playbook. And you ain't even teaching them nothing different, but now you teaching the same playbook. Because I understand the quarterback now probably is learning the same playbook that Tom Brady did. It ain't nothing different. Because success follows success. Execute. Learn the playbook, execute, and run it. That's it. That's all I got for you tonight. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Coach, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much, everybody. So the playbook, we know the playbook, everybody. So run it. And remember this, results happen. They do. Results come. But they're over time, like you heard Coach Willie said. They're going to come over time. They're going to happen. So some people come in, they may post, and they may get sales on their first one, but a lot don't. I say 99% of the people don't. It takes some time. It's not going to happen overnight, but if you continue to work hard, stay consistent, and be patient, you will reap your harvest. We got a little over, 90 days to PXP, you guys? So my question for everybody, I asked this last week for all the new people. I asked you, for everybody that was here, I asked you, what is your goal? Where would you like to be come PXP? What is your goal? Where would you like to be? And so then, have you came up with the game plan to get to PXP? To get to that goal by PXP? Have you came up with the game plan? Have you looked at the playbook and see what you need to be running to get there? And so my question for everybody is, one, find a title that you want to get to achieve. I encourage everybody to at least make manager, at least the bare minimum title if you're brand new. If you've been here, I say officer, senior officer, because I want to see every single one of y'all walk across the stage. I want to see every single one of y'all be officers, senior officers, presidents, CEOs. Let's make this the best year yet of that 3-year run that Coach was just telling you about. If you went hard for 3 years, I tell people this all the time. It's going to take 2 to 4 years of doing what most people won't think about doing, so you can live your life you live the life that most people be dreaming about. See, a lot of people say, well, hey, you get to travel here, you get to stay there, you buy a one-way flight, you get to do this. Well, I did bust my butt for like 3 years straight, nonstop, no partying as a kid to make this happen. And here I am. But now I'm finna do it again, because now I'm finna go to the next level. So I'm going all in there too. So everybody, I'm getting text messages now. And are you coming to watch the game? Or I forgot the game was happening. And my team is the Dallas Mavericks in the NBA Finals. I forgot it was happening. But that's just how dedicated I am right now to get and help as many people as I possibly can. I know one day, with the help of all of y'all, if we do this, we will be able to help millions of people one day before we get called home to the good Lord. I believe it. Just because I know that we as a team, we can grow. We can definitely grow. So my encouragement and my request for everybody is, 1, write down your goal for PXP. 2, find one of your team members that isn't on today and remind them about the call for next week. There's 19 people, so let's go ahead and get 38 people here next week. Let's do it. We can get it. We get it done. We all bring somebody next week that's on the team that's not here today so we can grow, because that is how you grow. When you learn how to invite, that's another skill that we'll teach you. I know Coach Willie know that as well. But everybody, hope this helped y'all out. We will get the recording up. We love you guys. I'm going to stop the recording, and y'all can unmute and tell Coach Willie, hey, how awesome he is, because he's the bomb. And thank y'all, Samantha, Travis, Tina, everybody for